Hello and welcome to the unemployment vlog. This is going to be a bit of hopefully a quicker episode. We'll see. I'm President Kennedy, Brandon Kennedy. Nice for you guys to drop by. And today we are talking about, let me start by saying Feliz Navidad. We're going to be talking about NaNoWriMo and goals. And without further ado, let's jump into it. It is the day after Halloween. So excited because November 1st, I call this Christmas runway season. You guys can already notice because of the hat, everything from here out, we're counting down, man. Just, ticking those days. And we're going to get Star Wars and we're going to get Christmas. Oh my gosh, it's great. And when I say runway season, I mean runway like an airplane taking off from an airport, not runway like fashion models modeling Christmas wear, although that would be really, really cool. Oh man, that's a great idea. Christmas all year round with like high-end like fashion. Oh my gosh, okay. Anyways, I'm not putting that on YouTube. You guys can't steal my $1 million idea. Little thing different you might notice, I am using a microphone tonight just for my own personal reasons. I have to record in someplace different, still moving around the country, so I'm not, right now I am in one place, I'm in Wisconsin, but until, I'm back at my home, I have to find different places that are quiet and have like nice lighting to actually record. This is the closest I can do to quiet. There's a fish tank going in the background, so rather than hearing like this awful drone, I figured I'd plug in my headset. You might still hear it. I don't know. I don't do a lot of sound edit. I don't do a lot of sound editing. I don't do any sound editing. Anyways, though, NaNoWriMo started today. First thing I did was stay up till midnight so I could write as soon as November 1st hit. I wrote 200 words before I went to bed last night, which was awesome. Woke up this morning, wrote about 1,500. So I'm just ahead of the curve of what you're supposed to be doing daily, which was a great start. I'm probably going to get off tonight and write hopefully a couple 800 to 1,000 more just so I can get far ahead of the curve. The trick to do it is to get ahead and stay ahead. Oh, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. It is where you attempt to, well, I say attempt, it is where you write 50,000 words in 1 month, from November 1st to November 30th, trying to get out 50,000 words. Some people will just shrug at it and say, oh, I can do 50,000 words in a month. Other people, like me, it is incredibly difficult for me to be devoted to something that long and to actually like get that amount of word count. I'm a pretty slow writer and I'm also a pretty slow reader, and I've discussed this on various episodes before. I'm emotionally intelligent. That's what I like to tell people. That's how we're gonna go with that. But anyways, I am on track for my NaNoWriMo goal. I might post a link in the description of, where you can follow it if you even care to. I'm writing a fantasy retelling of Paradise Lost. It's a project I started 2 years ago, actually, at this time, and I wrote like 5,000, 6,000 words on it, and then got distracted with something else and stopped writing it. Now, though, I picked back up the project earlier this year and I've been trying to complete it. I think it's sitting at something like 48,000 words in total right now. I'm planning for it to be about 100,000 words. Chapter wise, I should be able, chapter wise, story wise, everything, I should be able to finish it this month if everything goes good with NaNoWriMo. Moving into the next set of things, George Collins' podcast is out. I just saw it post literally right before I started recording this. So I don't know the content that's on the episode yet. I'm going to go and watch it later, probably as soon as I finish this, and maybe I'll upload another video tonight discussing it. But no, I wanted to talk about goals and spend the last 5 minutes on that. Maybe I can give you 3 tips on how to help out with your NaNoWriMo if you're writing it, and how to just generally get things done in your life. And these have been helping me a lot lately. So if I remember them, I'm going to share them with you. Or rather, I do remember them. If I forget one, don't hold it against my heart. The first tip I want to say is if you have a goal to do something, especially like NaNoWriMo or write a book or anything like that, write your goal down and see, like, look at me shake my President Obama fist. Now, I think it's very important for Americans to write their goals on sheets of paper so that they have an actionable, tangible object in front of them that they can go back and look at, and it will inspire them and remind them to chase that goal. I don't know. It's my awful Obama impersonation. Boy, do we miss him. Anyways, yeah, write it down. That helps out a lot. I heard some crazy study that, like, people who write down their goals are like 60% more likely than people who don't write them down to actually achieve them. And it's just, sitting down, putting on a sheet of paper is something that feels like you're doing something, and it just inspires that little weird part of your brain that's just like, I need to start on this. All right, let me write down this goal. And then that little match can be the match that sets all of California on fire, And in this metaphor, your body's California. And the fire isn't a wildfire that's destroying thousands of dollars of property, but instead is inspiring you to create things or achieve your goal. Yeah, just think about that. Anyways, tip number 2 is structured after NaNoWriMo because of how helpful this is. Take steps and break down your goal into more actionable steps. So you might have the goal to write a book, and you write that down. I want to write a book. And then take that goal and break it down into steps further that you can pick up that step and say, I'm going to do this right now. For, say, NaNoWriMo, the goal is write 50,000 words. Well, what do those steps break down into? Well, step 1 is write, or rather you have 30 steps, and it is write 1,660 words each day. And if you do all of those steps, then on the 30th one, when you complete that, hey, you're right in front of your goal of write 50,000 words for the month of November. If you can break down your goal into things like that, it makes it a lot more palatable and a lot easier and more tangible to be able to work towards it daily. And I think why that's so important is leading into the final point I want to share is time yourself. I cannot stress how important that is as you're going through stuff. With these videos specifically, I time myself and try and keep them at 10 minutes, and it helps me be more concise about how I'm spending time, what I'm discussing, what information I'm putting out. Same thing with NaNoWriMo. I started using this website that it says, hey, you have to write 800 words in 50 minutes, or you have to write 200 words in 30 minutes, or you have to write 500 words in 25 minutes, and there's all different types of timers on there, and you get them randomly. And if you complete them, it rewards you with random online goodies that are just fun for your brain. And I haven't failed to complete one yet. But anyways, having that timer there keeps me on point of like, oh snap, I only have a minute left in this video. There's this much more I need to talk about. Let me go. So time yourself when you're attempting your goals, and you'll be using that time much more efficiently if you're conscious of it. So let's go over that real quick. Number 1, write your goals down. Number 2, take and divide your goals up into steps that you can actually work towards and achieve. Number 3, as you work on each of those steps, you take and time yourself as you're doing it, so you don't ramble like I'm doing sometimes here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We're touching the 10-minute mark, so I will let you go. You enjoy this coming holiday season because it's going to be spectacular. All right. Links in the description for the Hoomps podcast, NaNoWriMo, all that other stuff. Actually, just follow my social media. I'll probably be posting about all of them there. Subscribe, put that there. And I know this video has a weird angle because of the table I'm sitting at. Anyways, have a great evening, and thank you for watching.